Welcome to Hitch Fit in 5.
Okay guys, today we are talking about hiking and what to do to prepare for hiking, because we go on epic SoulFIT retreats, and a lot of times we're taking people to incredible places where we're doing a lot of hiking. So what do we do to prepare for these hikes?
We get boxes just like this, and we are doing step after step after step, because that's what you're doing when you're climbing a mountain.
That's what we're doing. And we have a couple of varieties here because we just wanted to talk you through this a little bit. Now, if you're practicing step-ups for the first time, you can start on a low box or even something lower than this. Maybe it's even your staircase, but the step-ups are so great for strengthening your quads, your hamstrings, and your glutes. And obviously this is a movement that you're doing up and down, like up the mountain. So we want to practice going on different levels of steps as you get stronger. And really with step-ups, there's a lot of ways you can do this. I personally like to just plant my foot on something and then just go straight up and down. But when you're hiking, there's going to be a lot of just planting and going. So you can do this where you're bringing your foot back down too. Now, I actually have the higher box here too, because a lot of times when you're climbing the mountain, there are some big steps. You never know, you never know where that foot placement is going to need to be on the mountain.
I'm going to tell you guys a tip too. So when you're hiking and maybe you're new to hiking, think about what your lead leg is. You're going to naturally, more than likely, go with your dominant leg each step up. Try to switch it, and that's why it's important to do both left leg and right leg.
Yeah, that's right. And with the step-ups, it's not just going to the front. I like to do step-ups of all different variations. So sometimes maybe I'm coming up to the side. And the other thing that I want you to know about step-ups is that it's really not about perfect form, because guess what? When I'm going up a mountain, I never know when it might be a really weird, wonky step-up. One leg might be way out to the side here. You just never know. It's not this stable terrain. So it's a wide variety of step-ups, all different type of angles, and we're not actually aiming for perfect form when we're doing this, but you want to start a little bit lower and then just keep strengthening yourself. Whatever type of step up you do, make sure you're doing both sides, and 3 to 4 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions of each.
So we've gone up the mountain, now we got to come back down the mountain.
So you may not know this, but sometimes going down the mountain is actually harder. So what you can actually do to prepare for this, because going down can actually be very brutal on the knees. So one thing that I like to do is just these very simple, with no weights. I actually just practice going down, stepping down, and then coming back up. So it's like a reverse, but this just helps strengthen my knees for that coming down.
Yep. Okay, let's move these boxes. I'm going to show you something that very few people do, but it is crucial for people that are hiking, runners, whatnot. So we have a muscle that runs along the shin bone called the tibialis. And so you've seen calf raises. This is reverse calf raises, and we're doing what's called toe taps. Now I'm holding this just for balance, but you're lifting the toes, tapping it over and over and over again. You can do lots of high repetition here. You can also do this leaning against a wall. You can do a seated tibialis raise. You can do a kettlebell raise. But what this does is we strengthen this tibialis, which then protects the knee. So you imagine every time you lift the foot, the tibialis increases, so you get what's called like shin splints. If those are overused, then you end up finding yourself, when you're doing that lift, you can't even lift that toe.
Yeah, and if you don't have a plate or something like this, really could be any little elevated surface, just to give yourself that. And even if you're not hiking, that's a great one just for strengthening knees. If you have knee pain, that's a great one a lot of times things like knee pain can be solved simply by actually strengthening those muscles, and it really helps with a lot.
Yep. So next up, balance. This is huge because, again, like she said, the terrain on a trail, it is not a paved like this or a gym or whatnot. You have rocks and sand and water and ups and downs, and it's loose gravel. So get into a balance form. What does this look like?
Literally, this is just standing on one foot. That's really all that it's doing, just practicing standing on one foot at a time. If you have something like a Bosu or something that is just an unstable surface, you can just practice this. It'll just help when you're climbing those mountains. Hey, we would love you guys to join us on a SoulFIT retreat, and for these workouts where you can get your body prepared, strengthen those muscles, and actually be coaching with us personally for your faith and fitness journey, we now have the Hitch Fit app that you can join us on.
Join us on the retreat or at the app, and we would love to see you soon.
Yeah, it's hitchfitapp.com, and it also helps us support the show. So we'll see you guys there.